Hello students. So in this video we are going to study about the endospore formation which is made by bacteria. You know very well that bacteria is having the cell envelope. Okay. The cell envelope consists of glycocalyx, cell wall and cell membrane. And inside this the cell membrane enfolding is mesosome which is holding the genetic material, nucleoid. This is your extra genetic material with the bacteria is having, that is plasmid, and ribosomes which is of 70 years. Under unfavorable condition, then the bacteria will produce endospores. If you remember, this is the diagram of your NCERT. This is the diagram which is made in the NCERT. So this is the endospore. So we are going to study about endospore formation in this video. Now see, you know very well that this outermost layer is your glycocalyx, okay? And this is your second layer is known as cell wall. Now the cell membrane will withdraw itself under the deficiency of the nutrient, means when the nutrients are not there, unfavorable condition is there. So what will happen? A protoplast containing nuclear body will go for dehydration. An entire protoplast will come in the center to form core. So the center core is surrounded by cell membrane. And then this core is surrounded by a wall that is known as core wall. So this is the first wall laid down, that is known as core wall. And around the core wall, there is another layer laid down, which is known as cortex. This is cortex. So the second layer is cortex, and this cortex is important. Why? Try to understand, because this cortex contains peptidoglycan. It contains peptidoglycan and calcium dipicolonic acid. And this calcium dipicolonic acid is working as anticoagulant. Now, as a result, spore formation is appearing. So now you will find another layer that is known as spore coat. This is the third wall laid down, which is known as a spore coat. As a result, this layer which is made, giving an appearance of a spore. So around this, you are now finding this covering, which is known as exosporium. This covering is known as exosporium. So you have to remember, please, it's very important. First wall inside is core wall. Second is cortex. Third is a spore coat. And fourth is exosporium. So this endospore which is made is surrounded by four wall. Is it clear? The endospore is surrounded by four wall. Now in this endospore formation, the cortex layer is very important. If you know, in the endospore, we say that cortex layer is important because cortex layer contain peptidoglycan and calcium dipicolonic acid. And this chemical is very important because this chemical will prevent the bacterial endospore to get harmed even by pasteurization. It means they'll not be destroyed by the pasteurization also. So it prevents bacteria during pasteurization also. So this chemical is very, very important. It is preventing the bacteria to save itself from pasteurization technique also. Resistance is not only because of this chemical, some other reasons are also there. Second reason is this, it has very thick and impermeable spore coat, very low water content, and low metabolic activity. Now we should learn which bacteria make endospore. See, if you remember, once again I'm discussing it. This is the NCERT diagram. The bacillus shape is making the endospore. Okay, another one which is very harmful, that is Clostridium. And this is very harmful. Reason is, if you know one disease is there which is caused by Clostridium tetani, that is known as tetanus, which is also known as lockjaw disease. So once you get an infection very deep cut, we rush to the doctor for the tetanus injection. Reason is, these tetani bacteria can survive in the soil for more than 50 years. Okay, can survive in soil for more than 50 years by making endospores. So this is a big problem, that, and luckily we can say, only thank God these two genera only make endospores, remaining genera don't make endospores. Now see, the endospores which are made by bacteria, they are the organ for perennation. Perennation means to escape unfavorable condition, and it is not a method of reproduction. Why we have to say this statement? You can understand. See, one bacteria makes only one endospore. And one endospore, this germinate to form again one bacteria only. So I hope this topic of the endospore, how they are making the endospore, and which bacteria make endospore, and why we say they are more harmful, all the topic is clear to you. Thanks for watching class. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can message me. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.